picking up a couple over in Indiana, taking them over to the airport, and we'll see what kind of conversation we get into. Maybe it'll be lucky and we'll get a good one.
Traffic this morning.
Oh, not bad at all.
Usually not too bad on this side of town.
Well, it's nice out here.
Well, yeah, not too shabby. A little quiet, which
Yeah.
I'm good with.
Oh yeah.
All the hustle and bustle, but close enough to get to it if we so choose.
Yeah. You plant a garden?
We have not yet. We sure do want to, but we've got two little kids that keep us hopping with ball and
Yeah.
all kinds of activities. So we don't. I would say it's on the short list of things to do, though.
Right.
But you got to put a 6-foot fence around it if you're gonna, because deer will just destroy it.
Oh yeah.
There's so many deer floating around here. Unbelievable.
Yeah, out here you can let your dogs run free, can't you?
Yeah, well, you know, we've got we've put one of those electric fences in just because we've got a golden retriever that's dumb and old, and we can let her run, but she may never find her way back.
Yeah. I've got a golden. He's about 7 years old.
No kidding.
I love him, man.
They are the most awesome dogs. I mean, ours is she's 12.
Yeah.
And she's got a humongous cancer growth growing right on the front of her mouth.
Oh,
and so, believe it or not, back in December, on December 6th, the vet gave me 30 days max.
No kidding.
And she's still trucking along, but the thing's eventually going to get so large that she won't be able to eat it. Do the deed, but they're wonderful, wonderful dogs.
They are. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
Yep.
And he acts scary when he's protecting you.
Oh, sure. And that's fine.
Yeah.
They're so loyal, it's unbelievable.
That's the first Obama sign I've seen that says anyone but Obama.
You know, it took me a couple of times driving back and forth past it to figure out what it actually said. But, yeah, I'm not a very political guy, but I'd have to agree with it.
Yeah, me too. You know, myself, I just keep going till I hit one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You got it. It's a little odd out here, but yep. As busy as this road is, you'd think they'd straighten it out.
But myself, I'm a Ron Paul supporter.
Gotcha.
But I still believe anyone but. You know, like Glenn Beck says, he'll vote for a shoe before he votes for Obama. Just think how nice it would be if we did have a shoe in that office.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Because the Republican Congress, it seems they can agree on stuff. Both parties can agree on stuff that take away our liberties. Like this week, in 1947, they passed an anti-propaganda law.
Okay.
Well, they just made it legal again this week to allow propaganda. It was in a defense amendment or something. You know, it's like, okay, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it all seems so crooked and self-serving that it's easier for me if I don't pay attention to it.
Right.
It's as terrible as that.
Better on your stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think just recently I was listening to Ben Swan, and he said that the Republican Party in Georgia, that new Defense Authorization Act that gave the president ultimate power to detain someone, the Republican Party in Georgia, I guess they said they wouldn't support it, or denied that part of the law, and with a big consensus. And then they were going to say that they weren't going to support a president candidate that was going to favor that law. And then they realized that that would mean they couldn't vote for Romney because he does support that law. So they backed off. At least people are starting to get outraged,
Yeah, they're starting to smell the rat.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the list of said will do's versus actually have done is quite different.
Yeah.
He sold a pretty nice bill of goods.
Yes, he did. My oldest son, he's 35. He fell for it, and I think half of it was him wanting to prove that he was completely politically correct.
Yeah.
I can vote for a black president.
Right,
And
right.
It's like, my God, that you don't vote for anybody because of their skin color.
That's right. That's right.
Or against anybody because of their skin color.
Well, you look back at again, I'm not much of a political person, but in my opinion, two of the best people that we've had in any office over the last few years have been Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah.
Both black.
Yeah.
And
and appointed by a white guy.
Yeah, exactly. So, that shouldn't be an issue for people. And, not that, I don't know. I was McCain all the way, but I don't know, how much he was going to bring to the party either.
Yeah, he's, like me being around Paul Sport, it's like Romney's milk toast, McCain was milk toast.
Right. Yep.
I'd like to see some absolute true change in the role of government in our lives.
It just quietly evolved to, I don't know, a mess, I guess.
Yeah. And I think you're right. It's the self-serving part of it is what's really bad.
The benefits that these guys vote into themselves and all the, come on. You work X number of days a year. You don't even...
They don't understand the grind or care.
Right.
Like Nancy Pelosi's stayed in a $2,000 a night hotel on our expense.
She's a moron.
God, isn't that the truth? She needs to get out of politics and go back to driving a little vehicle with a bunch of stickers on the back of it.
Or Prius or whatever it is.
Yeah. You ever watch South Park?
Not regularly, but yes,
Yeah.
I've definitely seen it again,
Yeah. There's this one episode where the community realizes that, you see one guy driving a Prius, and So it starts taking on, and then all of a sudden they can't, you know, they have to have their head up in the air like this, you know, and they turn into love to smell their own farts. So they bend down, they sniff it real hard, and go, yeah.
Yeah, that you got to give props to the guys that came up with that show, man.
Yeah, you sure do.
They skirt the edge.
Oh man, they leave no rock unturned.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago I carried the vice president of sales for Vogue magazine.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and you wouldn't believe it, buddy. He was the most hardcore conservative you'd ever want to talk to.
Really?
Oh man, and yeah, that's what surprised me. I said, well, it seems like the people you would mostly work with are liberals.
Yeah,
know?
You would sure think so.
Vogue
For Vogue magazine?
Yeah. He goes, no, I don't deal with them. I deal with sales. and those people aren't liberals.
Interesting.
we want to make money.
Yeah, we're here to make a buck. Well, you know, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, when'd you ever think it'd be cast aspersions on somebody because they were making money in this country?
Yeah, how dare they?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Every once in a while I get somebody in the cab that's like, well, maybe her, oh, I just can't believe that CEOs can make $20 million a year or something like that. And I tell them every morning I get out and I kiss the ground and I thank God for the CEO of Procter & Gamble.
There you go.
You know, I care less how much money the guy makes.
Well, he hasn't moved the company.
Yeah. And I make my living off of
you bet. I'll bet
people
you
that
do.
make money.
Yep.
You know?
You bet, man. You know, it's. I've always tried to maintain the motto of look in the mirror first. You know, I mean, because it takes all types and you know, it takes a lot of folks to make the world go round, man.
Yes, it does. I mean, when I was young, I was a little envious of the boss. You know,
sure.
It's like, man, I want to be the boss. Yeah, I'll put that on my application. I want to be the boss.
I want to be the boss. Well, I'll tell you, I left my last job because of the big guy.
Yeah.
I just, I was sickened by his approach, and you know, not that I had anything to do with it, but since I've left, we had, you know, reasonably large sales force. We were a public company, about 1-point-something billion. Company's a lot bigger than us. But we were a good-sized company, but anyway, had about 7 other people turn in a resignation since I left.
Okay.
And the VP of sales was fired last week.
No kidding.
So a lot of turmoil there, and I got out at a good time. Happy to be where I'm at, you know, and that's that.
Yeah.
Just got to try and get the job done now.
Right. This is all Delta up here now. I mean, this is all the airlines are up here
Nothing's
now.
left.
All the small airports down there on the second level moved up here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like...
This place needs to... It's incredibly expensive airport. The flights out of here are very, very expensive.
Yeah, we take a lot of people to Dayton Airport.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Because of that.
I'll bet.
Usually people come back in on the evening, and our evening shift is great at picking up out here.
Okay.
That's what they do.
Beautiful. You got a receipt?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Want it filled out?
No, I get it. That's all right. There you go, sir.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Thank you.